Hello and welcome to another tutorial. I will continue with the Docker networking sessions. If you remember from the last time, we discussed about port publishing setup, and now I will show you the routing setup. There was a previous discussion, if you don't know about this, a gray board discussion where I presented these three options that you have for Docker bridge networking driver. So only with bridge networking driver you can have three different options for setting up network, and I already demonstrated the port publishing, which is also the most popular option, and now I will discuss about this option, about the routing. So a quick recap. I have my physical network, this one with blue, and this let me make it bigger, 192.168.122.0/24, and the PC from which I'm testing is PC1 and has the .1 IP, and the Linux Docker host is inside this purple box, and it has the IP with 107, and we can go to the console and start typing our commands. First of all, let me show you the testing PC. Is this interface that I will use to connect to the Docker host and to the application container. This is actually the physical host that I'm also recording this session on, and I will do an SSH to our Linux Docker host, which has this IP. I'm connected to it. Let's see the networks here. This is the network interface that is used for connectivity outside of this Docker host. So my connectivity with the physical network is through this interface. And let's also display the Docker networks. It's a default setup. So I might be able to use this bridge network for my demonstration, but there is a small problem with that. Let me show you Docker network. Sorry. Inspect bridge. The problem is the IP subnet that this Docker network is using, which is the default one. And this is a problem because if I go here back to my physical host and I show you again the Docker, the interfaces and also the Docker networks, I'm also running Docker over here. So I have the same default bridge, and it's using the same subnet. So I have to use a different subnet on my Docker host, the other Docker host. So here, because I will try to connect from this host to the application container, and because I already have a directly connected network here, the same network here is directly connected, I will not be able to reach that container. So what I will do, I will create another bridge network. It's like a quick recap for you. So let's do that. Let's display the help. the help for create actually. So we can follow along. So I will do it like this: Docker network create. Driver will be bridge. Subnet. I will use something different. 172.18.0.0/24. This is the subnet. The gateway will be the first IP in the class, .18.0.1. I can also use this and maybe the auxiliary address to reserve a couple of IP addresses, but I'm not going to do that. I will say it's attachable, but it's not important also. And maybe I will use this this option. Let me put it like this: option. I will use a custom option, and what I want to do is to specify the name of the bridge interface here. So it should be BR0 interface, and the name of the Docker network, it should be BR0. So I want you to understand clearly the distinction between this name BR0, which is the name of the Docker network, and this name, which is the name or will be the name of the bridge interface that will be created in the system. So let's do it, and let's display our results. My Docker network, my new Docker network, is this one, as I told you. And I should also have a bridge interface in my system. So IP link. If I do it like this and I display only the bridge type interfaces, you will see I have these two interfaces. This one is from the default network, Docker network, which is from this. And this is the newly created one, the one that I have created now. All right, so I'm ready to bring up a container attached to this network actually, to BR0. So let's do that. Docker container run detach remove. Let's give it a name, route test, and let's assign a network, BR0. I can do other options here, but I'm not really interested about that. For sure, I will not do any publishing like most of the cases, or like I demonstrated last time. So no publishing. I will use the container, one of my containers, routerology phpine with www. This is an Apache container on Alpine that also has like a lorem ipsum site, so we can see something loading in the browser, and that should be enough. Let's display our containers. I have it right here. As you can see, I only have this specification or this information about port, which is actually telling me that there is a listening process inside the container on port 80. Let me see if I can ping the container right from the Docker host. 18.0. Actually, I need to find the IP of the container. So I'm pretty sure it's the .2, but which is the first available IP address. But let me show you. Docker container inspect route test. It's this one. This one is the IP of the container. So let's ping it. For sure, it will work. 0.2. Why is this working? Because here, this network is a directly connected network, so I can reach it. What about if I try this same thing from here? 172.80.0.2 is not working. Not 1, not 2, and this is not working mainly because I don't have a route. Let's check the routing tables on this host. So I don't have the route for this network. I will add it right now. IP route add 172.80.0.0/24. It's via 192.168.122. .107, because that's the Docker host. So first I will reach my Docker host, and then Docker host will be able to forward my packet to the container. So let's do this. I need to do it with sudo. So this is a quick tip if you want to repeat the same command with sudo. So let's check the routing table again. IP route. As you can see, I have here my route. All right, let's ping it again. Ping 172.18.0.2. It's not working. Why is not working? I guess it's not working because of the IP tables. Sudo IP tables. Let's display our IP tables from the table filter. It's the default table selected anyway, but I will specify it just for more clarity. And let's try to understand what's going on in here. I'm interested only in this chain forward, because from the perspective of this host, it's a packet forwarding. So this chain has a default policy of drop. So if there is no packet matching these rules here, it will be the packet will if the packet is not matching any of these rules, it will be dropped. And let's follow along. First of all, I have Docker, so any packets will be matching Docker user. Actually, it will be sent to another chain. If my packets are matching this rule, they are going to be sent to this chain, Docker user. And Docker user is right here. And I need to add, or I will add a rule to this chain and see if this solves our problem. Let me do it. Sudo IP tables. I will say add to Docker user chain. So let's put it only the destination 172.18.0.2/32 minus protocol. I think it can be any. I'm not sure. I haven't done some IP tables in a while. And I will say jump accept. It's not any. It's accepting all. So let's display the IP tables again for the filter table. IP tables minus the filter minus L, and do not list. L is for listing, and N is not to not solve any names. And I need to do it with sudo. And I have this here. Let's try and ping again. Nah, it's not working. Why you're not working? Should work, I think. Let me do another things. IP tables minus L minus N, and let me display it verbose. Docker user blah 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 blah. So here. From any source except actually this this rule here is returning packets. I don't know if I have time to mess around with IP tables, so maybe I can just flush the rules and do it like that. Or actually, let me try again. IP tables. Let me insert one rule. Docker user insert here, and the rule should be number 1. Let me display it again. So as you can see here, I have 3 packets matching. So the ping is started to work. I'm a bit confused because for what I know, this return rule shouldn't be like that. It should have also some interface specified, so some matching on interface, because if this return is working like this, it will return any packet. So any rules beneath this will not be checked. I will have to check this anyway. The idea is that if you set up routing and the packet is not filtered, you should be able to reach it. And let me also go to the browser and see if the site is loading. Let me check it like this. 190. No, it's 172.18.0.2, and as you can see, it's loading fine. So that should be our demo for today. Maybe in a next session, I will have a dedicated tutorial for the IP table rules managed by Docker. But for now, I think it's enough, and I hope you find it useful, and hope to see you in the next session. Bye bye.